I usually just say student athlete. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Coach and players, thank you for joining us. Coach, could you give us an opening statement, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly we're disappointed that we didn't win today and have an opportunity to advance on. But I'd first like to congratulate Florida State. They have a very, very good ball club and well coached, and they deserve to win today. The game came down to they were very, very opportunistic. First and foremost, Dorsey was outstanding. I think he was the best that he's been in weeks, and really commanded multiple pitches. Was pitching in on our right-handers, and he settled in and pitched a terrific ball game. And then certainly, we all talk about it here that to win in Omaha, it's individual moments, individual players that rise up. And, their left fielder certainly put two good swings on the ball. And, they capitalized. In the inning where they scored 4 runs, there were 2 outs, nobody on, and we didn't make a catch in right field. And they opened it up and were very, very opportunistic. And, we had our chances, and sometimes we capitalized on it, but just didn't capitalize on it enough. I feel for Joe Savino. We wouldn't be here without Joe Savino. And when Jay got injured and Joe came in, we all have a lot of confidence in him. And they just had a great approach against him with 2 outs and capitalized on it. So all that said, it doesn't take away from the season that we had. It always happens. Once you get to the postseason, everybody ends their season with a loss, and until and other than the national champion, and that's the way it works. And today it was us, and we'll deal with that and move on. But it doesn't take away of how proud I am of the young men that wear our uniform and how they fight and compete every day and represent themselves, their family, and this baseball program. They represent it with class all the time. They play the game the right way. And sometimes the game can be tough and cruel to you like it was this weekend, but doesn't take away from the season that Virginia baseball had and who we will be moving forward.
Coach, thank you very much. We'll open questions for the student athletes right here.
Jeff White, VirginiaSports.com. Jay, what happened? How did you re-injure yourself, and how much did that affect you in the part of the game you continued?
Yeah, just, freak accident, I guess. Felt fine, felt great, feel great now. Just something that happened, and, I really don't know how to explain it. Just, yeah, I'm sorry. It sucks. Just, that's the way to end your season. It was the last time I pitched, in Omaha. Just, I couldn't tell you what really happened. Just, I guess, like I said, a freak accident. Feel great now. I wish I could have kept going, but, I wanted, Coach Oak was ready to do what's best for the team. Have, the utmost confidence in Coach, and I'm going to follow behind him no matter what the situation is and no matter what his decision is. And quite frankly, some people don't understand that, he's done so much for me. And it just sucks to see sometimes people downing that man and criticize some decisions he makes, but nobody has ever been in his shoes. People who criticize him never been in his shoes. So, Coach Oak, thank you for everything. I wish, things would have turned out different, obviously, here, but like I said, people don't understand. People think it's easy to get to Omaha. People think it's easy to win in Omaha. And what some people put Coach Oak through, what we put Coach Oak through and how he handles us. You know, it's hard. It's hard. And nobody else understands that but us. So whatever decisions he makes going forward, I just ask y'all to please be behind him, because I promise you it's the right one.
We'll go right here.
Preston Willard, thesaber.com. Anthony, just your first time in the lineup today is postseason. What is, I guess, offensively, where is the approach kind of gone wrong, I guess, for you guys, and what were y'all seeing out there today?
Yeah, I mean, as Coach O said, you know, he was beating us with fastballs today, which, you know, isn't very UVA-like as far as the season goes. You know, we take pride in our approach and we work at it every day. And, you know, sometimes pitchers make good pitches, but I just saw, like you said, you know, command of three. And, well, you know, once you command three, it's pretty tough at this level. I mean, you've seen it. Some of these guys last year pitch in the College World Series. The next year they're in the major leagues. So, I mean, these guys, I mean, it doesn't matter who you play when you get to this level, you know. It's tough, but I was proud of how we grinded through and made adjustments throughout the game, and it just didn't work out for us today.
We'll go right here.
Yeah, Greg Medea from Daily Progress. Jay, the way you started the game, did you feel like you had your best stuff going, and did it get off when you started to feel the injury, or kind of where was that at?
Yeah, I mean, I think I went, 6 up, 6 down in the first 2 innings. Yeah, it felt great, you know, feel like I commanded every single pitch, you know, at will. But yeah, I guess, you know, whatever happened, it happened, and you know, I felt like I could have kept going, but, you know, just, yeah, I guess that's something that did have something to do with it, so.
Last question for this round.
Matt Halloran from World Baseball Network. Jake, being a two-sport athlete, I mean, just a big presence for the Charlottesville community and also the alumni as well, coast to coast, globally. What would you like to say that you left your mark here with the Cavaliers program? Obviously not going the way you guys wanted to go, but what words would you like to say on what you left your mark on with wearing the orange?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Bronco Mendenhall, Coach Tony Bennett, and I was Coach Oak. These past 3 years, you know, I just want y'all to know that, you know, I gave y'all everything I had on the field, off the field, in the classroom. Without y'all, I don't know where I am today. Without them, obviously my family, but Coach Oak, you know, he took a chance on a man who came to UVA not 100% in baseball. I'm kind of glad I never had to do the hard hind calf. But yeah, since Coach Oak's right here, you know, I could talk on about Coach Elliott and Coach Mendenhall, but Coach Oak, since you're right here, just know that I gave you everything I had, and thank you for making me the man I am today. You know, I wouldn't be this far without you. The talks we had when the seasons were down, I wouldn't be here without them. What you've done for me and my family.
You earned it.
I just want to thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Gentlemen, congratulations on a great season, and thank you for your time. We greatly appreciate it. And, Coach, we'll stay with you for a second.
Sure.
You may be excused, players. Jim, we'll start with the coach. Any questions for the coaches? Coach.
Brian, you actually ended up with, 10 hits today to 7 for Florida State, but I guess 8 of them were singles and the 2 doubles were spread apart.
Yeah.
Do you need to have extra base hits, if not home runs, doubles or triples here to win in Omaha?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's been quite a few other than the Tennessee Florida State game. There hasn't been a lot of runs scored, and so we just needed to be a little bit more opportunistic, 10 runners on base, a couple of base running mistakes that you can't do at this level that gets exposed. And then, they had a couple of guys step up to get big knocks, to have the big inning in the 5th inning, the 4 runs, and yeah, you need somebody to step up and hit a 2 or 3 run home run, and we just didn't get that, or that big double to drive in 2 runs, whether it be the North Carolina game or this game, and we didn't get that. It's not that the guys failed or anything like that. Like Tony said, it's high level pitching, and listen, everybody else is committed to their baseball program too, and you either do it or you don't, and we didn't do it at the right time. Right, and the 2 teams we played did. So, yeah.
Joe Healy, D1 Baseball. You obviously have intimate knowledge of what it takes to make a deep run here. Do you have a sense of where that next 1% is for you guys right now to make another deep run moving forward?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we've certainly made a couple of deep runs here and haven't the last 2 years, this year and last year, and that's frustrating, disappointed. Nobody likes to go 2 and out. There's going to be 2 teams in this tournament every year that do. So it's just last year we lost 2 1-run ball games, had a 1-run ball game this year, and it's just being a little bit better. Having some guys that when we've won in the past, we've had really elite pitching, and always have played great defense. So it's to get a little bit better on the mound, right, and finishing innings off on the mound. And, we got to get some position players the next time we come here that, really step up and have big days. And we just didn't have enough of it today. And, I don't think it's anything with regards to the program or anything. We're proud of making our 7th trip, but I feel like we absolutely know what it takes to win in Omaha. You just gotta get the guys to do it. And when you come here enough, there's going to be times that you don't perform real well. And we're really close. We were really close last year, and just have to be focused on being a little bit, as you said, that 1% a little bit better. And we weren't that this weekend.
Questions right here.
You had 2 guys up here on the podium that were part of that junior class that have done a lot in this program. Yeah. How have they prepared, I guess, the younger guys in this program to kind of take that mantle moving forward?
Well, you can see that smile on my face because that junior class we have, their first year we lost in a regional at East Carolina, and then to make back-to-back trips to Omaha is pretty special. And there's some really talented, impressive young men in that group, and they have imparted their wisdom of what our baseball program is about, and that's where it starts. It's about the standards that we have in our program, and those guys, impart that wisdom on those new players every year. And so it's passed on. You see Eric Becker and Henry Ford and, the guys that are in the sophomore class, they get it, they know it, and they understand it. And that's because of the groundwork that junior class has laid. I don't know which ones of them will be back next year. We'll find that out in July. That's every program goes through that, but they have left certainly their legacy in this program because of how they carry themselves on and off the field, and they understand the concept that words matter, and what they say to each other is really important.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Brian, how valuable was just this experience this year for some of those guys who will be back? Godbout, Ford, Hansen and Becker, guys like that.
Yeah, incredibly valuable. Certainly yes, the experience here in Omaha, although it doesn't leave a good taste in our mouth, but more about what you have to navigate through the entire season to put yourself in the opportunity that they had, right? And yes, we didn't win in Omaha, right? We're well aware of that, but it's more about what did they learn to navigate through the entire season, the ups and downs, the little moments. That's what it's about. That's what they'll remember, right? When they get to be my age, they won't dwell on that they didn't win here in Omaha. They'll dwell on how them and their teammates stepped up at different points in the season. No better example than Jay Woolfolk. It pains me to take him out of the game, but you all saw him hobbling out there, right? And on this stage, as much as he wants to gut through it, when your velocity drops 2 or 3 miles an hour and you can see him not being moving athletically on the mound like he does when he's fine, they'll remember the lessons that they had all year in playing this program. And listen, that's what I owe them. That's what I promised them in the recruiting process. I don't promise them Omaha, right? They can look at and see the success that's happened in this program, that there's a really high percentage chance that they're going to have the opportunity to play in this great event. Our tradition has shown that. What I do promise them is that when they leave our baseball program, they will be men and they'll be able to stand on their own 2 feet and fight for what they want in life. And if they're fortunate enough to be in professional baseball, they'll be prepared, okay? And that's reflected in the amount of former Cavaliers that have played and are playing right now in the major leagues. But at its core, what I owe them is for them to become a man, right? Them to become a leader. That's what's important, because they'll all become fathers or successful people in life, right? And that's the impact that we make on them. That's why I got into it. I did not get into it to coach teams in Omaha. Coaching teams in Omaha is a byproduct of running your program the right way, right? And that's why I got into it, and that's why I continue to do that. And the day that I can't continue to impact their life on the way that they approach things and become men, then, I won't be a baseball coach anymore. But at its core, it's what I love to do.
Okay, one more question, Jim.
I know he did not have the day at the plate that he wanted, but Griff was his usual self at shortstop today. I'm assuming he's heading on after this. What does he mean as a 3-year starter at shortstop?
Program changer, right? And you might sit there and say, well, Coach, come on, y'all have been to Omaha 5 times and won a national championship before that guy went into your program. You can still have program changers. The guy is an incredible leader. He's an incredibly impressive young man, plays the game even keel, elite level shortstop. He's the guy when you're starting to stray a little bit, he rings him back in, and that's special. Right, we're going to miss him. Obviously, his play on the field is elite, but what I'm going to miss most about Griff O'Farrell is the man that he is, because he has an impact on everybody in the clubhouse every day. And candidly, he impacted me because of how he goes about his business. And, you get an opportunity in coaching to coach some really, really special young men, and Griff O'Farrell is absolutely one of them, no question.
Coach, once again, thank you for your time, and congratulations on a great year.
Thank you.